Hello guys, and welcome to episode 8 of my Total War Warhammer playthrough, playing as Norsca on very hard difficulty, and today we're going to be taking the fight to Varg. So in the last episode we destroyed Marienburg, we've headed back north, and the idea is to destroy Varg, then Wintertooth, maybe confederate them if we can find Throg, and then move more east, and maybe destroy Kislev and so on. We'll see what we want to do. In the meantime, we have nothing else to do, so we're going to move on to the next turn. I'm also looking forward to doing the monster quest at the Tower of Crack. We have to raid that location in order to complete that part of the quest, so we'll do that as well while we're here. Let's grab Wulfrik if it will let me. But before we do, let's upgrade Ivolder. We'll give him Doom and Darkness. We'll move into normal stance, and we'll attack the Bear Blades.
Where's my next? To the four corners.
We need to make sure we're selecting the whole army. There we go. Declare war. And we will just encircle them. I'll put these guys onto normal stance, and we'll have them join us as well. Can they join us? I have a feeling that they need to get onto land. There we go. That'll make our losses considerably less, and we'll give experience to the other army. We're going to raise this for the Eagle. And we got the Pigeon Plucker Pendant for Wulfrik. Not the most ideal item. Don't really like it that much. Gives us minus melee attack for flying units. We're not going to probably bump into any for a while. He did level up anyway. So what we can do is probably go for extra weapon strength. When attacking, yeah, that's nice. Okay, what about his weapon? Do we have that quest available? Because if I go onto his thing, it says here, the Sword of Torgvold. Maybe we get assigned the quest next turn. I think that's probably what it is. We'll move on to the Tower of Crack, and we will destroy Varg and raise it for the Eagle. We'll get the 20% research rate. For now, that's all we can do for this turn, unless we want to upgrade anything anywhere. The Vanaheim Mountains and Hellspire, we can actually upgrade this to a Slaver's Camp just to increase our income once again, and we'll end the turn there. And here's the quest I was looking at. So, the Sword of Torgvold quest. Wulfrik is a cursed individual, for he is the ever-restless eternal challenger. Also known as the World Walker, he is forever compelled by the dark gods to wander the old world in search of worthy opponents to fight to the death. Every hero, champion, and monster who has heard the utterance of his undeniable challenge so far has fallen defeated before him, with their skulls taken as his trophies. And still, Wulfrik's burning desire to engage in murderous single combat always remains unsated. We have 4 of the following units: Brutes of the Hound, Marauder Berserkers, in the following army. Okay, so we need to recruit Marauder Berserkers into Wulfrik's army. But for now, what we want to do is move and attack the Tower of Crack. So we'll go as far as we can without taking attrition.
Chieftain of the tribe.
And then next time we can move on the Tower of Crack, although we can probably just fast move next to it. Or past the attrition at least.
True savages. The hound compels. Marauding. Slaughter the sheep.
Okay, you don't want to be in attrition.
This way.
There we go. Okay. Yeah, next time we'll attack the Tower of Crack. That will destroy Varg, I believe, and give us the 20% research rate we want. That's all we can do for this turn, so we'll move on to the next one. After Varg is dealt with, we can focus on Wintertooth. We'll find their army. I'll probably just run around in their provinces until we can find the Throg army. Here comes Varg. And faction destroyed, the Jagged Horn tribe. Assault unit success. The Dying Skald. Out in the remote depths of the icy wastes, your men find an aged skald, dying of wounds inflicted by wild beasts. He is the last of his people, and before he goes to the gods, he wishes to pass on the knowledge of his ancestors, knowledge thought long lost, as his tribe have lived apart in the wilderness for many generations. But his time is short. What should your men ask him? Speak of your people's history to give us minus construction cost, or plus 20% research rate. That's a hard one, because I think the minus construction cost would be good, but like getting plus 20% research rate for 15 turns with what we're about to get as another 20% research rate will help us get through a lot of technologies very quickly. So I think we're going to do that. We've still got 7 turns of 25% campaign movement range as well. So that's going to mean that our technologies finish next turn. We're going to move Wulfrik into normal stance, and we're going to attack the Tower of Crack, or at least just surround them for now. We're going to move up my second army here, and we'll do the same. But this is another auto-resolve, I believe. Pretty simple. And that's a decisive victory. So we can subjugate a Varg, but I don't think we want to. We want to race with the eagle.
Allegiance, my lord. The talons of the eagle strike with ferocity like the lightning storms from the wastes. All shall fear the shadow that looms over them.
Great. Plus 20% research rate from the eagle's gaze as well. Plus 8% weapon strength, follower gained. And Regiment of Renown, Fimir Warriors. Varg have been destroyed, and banner gained immune psychology, extra armor and melee defense for the assigned unit. Campaign movement range as well. Wow, that was a lot of stuff. So we can probably give that follower to Evolder, not Evolder, to Gunda. Oh, it looks like we can only give it to an agent. That's why it wasn't assigned. There's not much point in giving it to Evolder then.
My challenge?
You can upgrade Wulfrik though. We'll continue with Fervent Creatures maybe. Just so that we have the melee defense and charge bonus for Skin Wolves. I want to have him own a lot of Skin Wolves at some point.
Tribal fury.
Gunda. What is he going to do for us? I think the dominating presence is good enough for now. The extra melee, or the extra aura leadership effect.
No escape. Overrun the world.
You can jump into raiding camp, and that should actually complete our mission at the same time. We can do the same with Wulfrik just in case. 4,000 we have access to now from winning that battle. What are we going to upgrade? I feel like we've upgraded all of the Beast Tanners now, other than this one here. So what we can do at Longship Graveyard is build that up to a clan enclave. And technology is complete next turn, so we'll move on to that turn. Then we'll see what we can do next with our research rate. We've got plus 40% research rate now, so things should take almost half the time. And there is Throg, so we can go chase him down, which is nice. And the quest is successful to raid the Tower of Crack, so another 1,500.
Rose, my lord. and can be strengthened further still as you raise further settlements and erect monoliths in their place. Build upon this bond and ascend beneath your god's gaze. The riches of the old world are at your mercy. Feast upon them as you would a suckling pig.
And our objective is complete, to attain level 1 allegiance with any god. So that was our main quest. We completed our technology, those savages, and what do we want to do? Monster Hunt. Frigustrix, Scion of the Cold Void. The weather around the Tower Crack is even more inhospitable than first thought. This unusually harsh climate is seemingly unbearable for most things to dwell in too long. The tundra is devoid of life, which may also be evidence that the mighty Frigustrix is nearby, usurping all other predators in the vicinity. Further reconnaissance is needed, but if you are to dwell in the extreme weather, you require the help of those who are most at home in this harsh, snowy habitat. Who will you choose to serve you for this task? We'll go for Ice Trolls. Chapter objective issued. Your allegiance grows, my lord. I think that's what he was just talking about. We've got to attain level 2 allegiance with any god. And we have another quest issued to recruit Norscan Ice Trolls. Although severely lacking in intelligence, Ice Trolls are infinitely more resilient in cold extremes than most creatures, and will be able to move through the icy wastes unscathed. Recruit them into your army so that they may be sent out to scout these lands in aid of the hunt. So what we'll do now is we need to recruit a bunch of stuff into Wulfrik's army. So we will probably put a lot of units into Gundarask's army and then recruit more into Wulfrik's. So I'm probably going to hold on to the cash for now and not really build any more. Units or buildings. So we can probably go for longer holes. That will give us extra sacking from settlements, or even stronger ores would be nice for minus vigor loss reduction for marauder units. What other ones we could do here? We're going to be recruiting Ice Trolls, so maybe getting Chaos Surge would be a nice idea. Or we could finally go towards the Champions of War. And that will give us extra melee attack when fighting against the Empire. And minus upkeep from Marauder units. Marauders of the West for Bretonia. We get the bonus versus large. Extra leadership. And double experience gain. I think going towards Raising of the Empire is a good idea at the moment, so we'll do that. We'll set that up. We don't have to change our research for a while then. And since everything was done this turn, actually no it's not, we still need to move Wulfrik. So we're going to go chase down Throg, who's up here. He doesn't have a full army at the moment. We can try and take advantage of that. We might be able to catch up with him quite quickly if we still got vigorous travel, which we have. He does have some feral mammoths though. That's not good. Not quite sure how we're going to deal with them. We do have spearmen, so they should be okay, but not ideal. That's everything. Let's move on to the next turn. Okay. I'm just going to move on again with all of our forces. Throg's going to just be chilling in Naglfari Plain. Looks like he took that back, which is kind of nice because it might allow us to just confederate 2 provinces if we defeat Throg in battle. Let's upgrade Evolder. We'll give him the evasion stat. And what we're going to do with Wulfrik is we should be able to put him into Doomkeep and recruit the Ice Trolls. We do have 5,600 to spend, so I think I'm just going to hold on to it. We're going to need it for sure to build more troops. The 4 units of Berserkers and 1 unit of Ice Trolls we have to build. And it looks like Throg just,
My challenge?
for some reason, decided to disband a bunch of troops. And he's not recruiting this turn, so we can jump into Doomkeep. We can have Gundaras come over here. And what we're going to do is we're going to make this exchange, so probably want to keep the Marauder Spearmen. Unless we are, if we're going to go for like Marauder Berserkers, we'll just be like a fully front-on army where you just like slam into them as hard as we can, as quickly as we can. We could like get rid of all of these guys and build 4 units of Berserkers. Although we can only do 3 at a time, can't we? So we'll keep a unit of Spearmen. And as Wulfrik, we'll recruit Brutes of the Hound. Maybe not this turn. And we'll go for more of the Berserkers. We'll get those 3. Then what we'll do is trade off the Icehorn Marauders, maybe? We'll give the Icehorn Marauders to Gundarask. And then we'll just have a bunch of Marauder Berserkers here. And then what we need is an Ice Troll. We can actually recruit that with this chap. Although it's going to take 2 turns, and I don't want to waste 2 turns attacking Throg, because Throg here has got a rather small army at the moment, which we should be able to completely overrun. Although he does have a bunch of feral mammoths, Norscan trolls, Norscan ice trolls. It's quite a heavy army to deal with. But we got a lot of units, so we should be okay. Let's end the turn. Hopefully he doesn't go anywhere. He could still move. He's definitely not recruiting as far as I know. He didn't go anywhere. Okay. Oh, this isn't good. Rare metal. If your armies are to bring chaos to the world and honour the gods with their bloodletting, then you will need more weapons. Yet your reserves of iron are pitifully low. I think we've read that before. So we're just going to go for the minus speed. Which is kind of irritating for my chariots, but there we go. Let's grab those unit of Icehorn Marauders, and we will gain ourselves Brutes of the Hound. And that will complete the first part of the Sword of Torgold quest. The next part is move any character to Coron. Wow. Wulfrik gazes out at the twisted men and brutish beasts of his raiding party with a wary smile. It is truly a terrifying force of bloodthirsty killers, some of whom had already accompanied him across the world countless times before. All of them, however, have qualities that the great Norscan Worldwalker demands of all his followers. An inclination to perpetually murder and raid, and the dedication to loyally march with him as he seeks his challenges. With his warband now sufficiently bolstered with the deadliest killers in Norsca, it is time for him to set sail for the land of chivalry. I'm guessing we're going to have to take on some Bretonnian Lord. Right, we can build stuff at Longship Graveyard, but like I said before, I don't want to yet. I don't think we need to. So what we're going to do is grab Wulfrik and attack Naglfari Plain. We'll have Gunda come and follow us. Is there any other regiments of renown we can get? The Miststalkers and the Beasts of Tashnar. We may as well grab both of those. Going to cost us quite a lot in terms of upkeep, but definitely worth it.
Moving out.
And that should turn this battle completely in our favour. Yeah, there we go. I'm really excited to see what these Fimir warriors are like, and also having a feral manticore flying about will be totally awesome. Let's assign the banner of the Black Iron Reavers to our Brutes of the Hound. They're going to be pretty damn crazy. Let's go ahead, quick save this, and fight it on the battle map. Here we are with our 23 Winds of Magic at the start. I think that should be more than enough. Here's our Feral Manticore. How cool is that? I love it. They look so damn awesome. And here are our Fimir warriors. Very odd looking beasts. They're like lizards. I like the fact that they have these two like warhammers. Very awesome. Okay. So we need to line up our main line of Marauder Berserkers. They're just going to charge forwards and do their job. We'll have the Spearmen engage one of the Mammoths where we can. Marauder Hunters with Javelins behind. Our Chariots can be on one side. And we'll have the Marauder Horsemen with the Marauder Ice Wolf Chariots on the other side. Feral Manticore can just stay over the main line. We'll have the Warhounds on the left flank. We're going to have these Fimir warriors spread out in the middle of the front of the formation. And this can be like Group 1, I guess. With Wulfrik. Although Wulfrik needs to move to the front. And that can be locked. Then we'll have Ivalda with the Javelins behind. Although I kind of feel like we should just start the deployment and start the battle. They're all over to the left side there. I'm going to wait for my reinforcements to arrive, and then we'll sort out my army again. So let's have a look at some of these mammoths. Oh, they're pretty big, aren't they? Wow. Well, I guess you can't really expect any less from mammoths, but I didn't expect them to be as big as, like, war mammoths, for example. He's got a few of those. He's also got Norscan Ice Wolves, and these guys are, like, super elite. They're better than Warhounds. They're grown up. Like, Warhounds are like the Chaos Warhounds. They're a little bit different. Alright, let's grab this army and make sure it's coming over here, and then we'll sort it out. So we'll get these guys out of their groups, just so that I can sort this out a bit easier. Still think that I want all of my Marauder Berserkers in the center, just because I'll be taking on their infantry. So, yeah, we'll just line them up like so. Maybe thicker formations than usual, because we have so many of them. And we will probably just charge straight up the hill at them, because there's not much else we can do. They've cornered themselves at the edge of the map. Then we're going to want 2 units of Spearmen on either side. Then we're going to want Marauders, I think, just to sit behind. We do have quite a few Marauders, actually. I think they'll just back up things in the centre. Then we want all our Marauder Hunters with Javelins to sit behind them. A lot of our army already on the move. Now we need to grab our chariots. We'll have them stay on the left flank. Have the Marauder Horsemen and Marauder Ice Wolf chariots on the right flank. We probably should have done that the other way around, because they were the other way around before. Oh well. Feral Manticore can fly over here. We'll keep the Warhounds with the Marauder Horsemen. Fimir warriors can stand at the front. And we also need Wulfrik to stand up here. Get Ivolda to come up behind. The trolls can join the front line as well. And we have the Miststalkers who can also join the front line. These Norscan Warhounds can come over to the right side. And I will group all of these off. I think that's it. Let's just speed things up. All of our units are moving into position, and once they have, we can group them up and go for the attack. I love these chariots. They're so damn awesome, the Marauder chariots. Didn't get much chance to look at them previously because we were too busy being wrecked by them. But look at this at the start, or at the front of the army. Mistwalkers just in front of all of these Marauder Berserkers. Looks very, very awesome. Like, especially when you like mix in the units like this. It's not ideal if you were against anything which had artillery. But I don't think we're going to come against any solid artillery for a little while. Going to have these Marauders with great weapons move behind the spearmen. And we of course have Gundarask who can stay on the right side. So we've got Feral Manticore in the middle. We've got Wulfrik on one side. We'll have Gundarask on the other. We should just be able to charge straight at them. We continue the waiting game. We can probably start grouping things, so we'll group all the melee forces. Not the Manticore. And we'll add the rest of these as well. So they're all group 1. That's all the melee forces. Actually, we added a few javelins to that, but that's okay. We can take the javelins out, put them in their own group. With Ivolda. And then we have our right flank units and left flank units. There we go. So we're going to group block these chaps. Going to keep things pretty concentrated. And we're going to begin to move forwards. So ideally what we might be able to do is use the javelins to get them off the high ground. Make sure our lone Feral Manticore continues to fly forwards. I'm not sure whether to have that engage a Feral Mammoth or not. Or whether it'd be better off like demolishing an axe unit, like of infantry.
Take it all, including their lives.
I feel like I can probably charge these Norscan Ice Wolves, so I'm going to do that. Same on this flank, we can probably just harass them. They're just going to let me charge them. They are as well. And these Norscan Ice Wolves, they are very fast and they have Frostbite, which means they slow down units. I'm going to break off. We are being slowed by the Frostbite, so they will be able to catch up to us. But if they break off, then we should be fine. Okay. I'm going to be a little bit careful with these units now. Charge into the Norscan Ice Wolves again. Over here we need to move away with all of these units. We got rid of their Norscan Ice Wolves over there. I think we might be able to kill off those Norscan Ice Wolves with a volley from the Marauder Hunters with javelins. Okay, they like charged into us. Not entirely sure why they're now going to run away. Fantastic. That's one unit, or 2 units dealt with. We didn't even have to fight them properly. I think they're just very stubborn about being up on this hill. So we're going to bring in the Norscan Warhounds to slam into the Marauder Hunters there. And we're going to charge the Marauder Javelins on the left flank with the chariots now. Let's just kill off these Norscan Warhounds. The wolves here. We can just charge into them. Although they're going to run away again, apparently. Right, so we did that charge. We'll just break off there. We're killing off Marauder Hunters on this side very easily. They're just completely dead. I love it. Let's now just charge up this hill. I'm kind of sick of waiting. Let's go, boys. We may as well just attack forwards with all of these units as well. So we can probably Spirit Leech Throg. We're going to do that. Need to have our units come in from the side. And we'll have the Feral Manticore like engage the Feral Mammoths, I think, just to stop them from charging us too hard. And here goes my Norscan Trolls. They're going to smash through some Marauder Spearmen there. Right, we'll have these Marauder Horsemen deal with the Javelins. I'm going to have these guys charging in the back. Okay, Spearmen need to take care of the Mammoths for me. And we should have Wulfrik here. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what I'm going to get him to do yet. Actually, probably better off having some Spearmen engage the Norscan Ice Trolls. We need to make sure that our Javelins stop and do their job where they need to. We can probably just have some Javelins thrown at these Feral Mammoths, so we'll do that. And we need to get another Spirit Leech onto Throg, wherever he is. Where's Throg gone? There he is. I think he's engaged like 1-on-1 with Wulfrik, so we'll go the Potion of Toughness there, continue that engagement. I'm going to charge into the back of these Marauder Spearmen and break them. Absolutely crushed. Right, this fighting is pretty damn awesome. Although I kind of feel like these mammoths do a lot of damage. Let's make sure that we're still firing the javelins at them. We'll get, I think, all of our javelins to throw at the feral mammoths because they're such big targets. We shouldn't really friendly fire that much. Over here, the Marauder Spearmen are doing an okay job with the Norscan Ice Trolls. We need to make sure that our chariots are now charging in, though, because the Ice Trolls have engaged. So what we can do is get the chariots into the back line, which is what I was hoping for. Looks like we have done with those chaps. We can get all of our Warhounds to come over. Let's just pause this for a sec. It's going to lag quite a little bit, but my god, does this look awesome. We got a Feral Manticore flying above with the Feral Mammoth there. We can go into like the cinematic view. I can't even remember how to do that. Oh well. But yeah, it looks really awesome. I just wish it wasn't lagging. They will fix it, I'm sure, at some point. One of the mammoths is running. I think we did our job. Let's target the next one.
Yes, Lord! The power of Chaos Marauder!
We'll charge into the back line here. Should break those units. And that should break like the entire army, honestly. Yeah, they're getting wrecked. That feral mammoth just getting absolutely slaughtered by those javelins. Yeah, actually keeled over and died. Poor beast.
Wulfrik the Wanderer. Chaos Marauder.
Alright, let's make them all run away.
We want their eyes.
They're all gonna break. Even Throg's gonna run. Can't deal with it anymore.
The Wanderer.
And that is victory. Gonna end the battle there. Decisive victory. That was pretty awesome. I think we played that quite well. Especially being able to take out the units on the side before the battle even started. That worked out really nicely. So only 264 losses for Wulfrik and 218 for Gunda. Plenty remaining. And with this done, I'm not sure whether or not I should keep this settlement or not, or just raise it, because it's only like a two settlement province. But if I keep it after defeating Throg, maybe I can confederate. We'll occupy for now. We can always just let it get taken over by a rebellion again if we have to. We got Kurgan's slave merchant, and we got minus 10% recruitment cost and extra experience for mammoth recruits. And trait gained, fearful for Wulfrik. I'm not entirely sure that is. I mean, why should Wulfrik ever get the fearful trait after just beating Throg? I don't know. We also defeated Throg, so we get the extra bonus versus large and weapon strength for Wulfrik.
The eternal chalice.
Does this mean we can now confederate them? Wintertooth, will you be mine? Yes, you will.
Your face in.
And you're going to give me all your money. Nice. So, in terms of Norsca, only the Golomadni tribe left. And province secured. Mountains of Nagofari and the other one that we got from that. Oh wow. We have Norscan giants and feral mammoths available. This is a very nice army. It's led by Felman of the Wolfclaw. He is a drinker of blood, he has voice of the gods, and he has takers of all. He's actually set up pretty nicely. I might be tempted to replace him. Not like replace Gunda with him. If we go like fast move, or just march, we can march those guys together. And what we can do is pass over a lot of these units. Don't want to pass over all of them because I'm probably going to disband the rest. There we go. That will save us some upkeep, and that gives us a full second army that looks pretty stacked, honestly. That is awesome stuff. Okay. Unfortunately, it has been my time, so I am going to have to leave this one here. Next time, we'll move on towards Choptraken, where we will take on the Golomadni, and we might be able to subjugate them. I think that might be better for them. I'm not entirely sure. We could also head down and attack Kislev with like one of our armies. I only think we need one to take down the Golomadni tribe. So we might be able to have like Felman of the Wolfclaw move down and attack Kislev, while we have Wulfrik move over to the east side and take care of that tribe. Yeah, I think we might do that. This one's actually raised for the Hound, which is interesting. What about the Dwarven settlements? I think what happened here was they were raised by either the Golomadni or Wintertooth. I'm not entirely sure which, but either way it happened. In the meantime, though, that's all. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.